So I'm pleased to introduce you today to Team GH, who are presenting to you a strategic entrepreneurial growth and developing a sustainable business plan. Team GH.
Kia ora and welcome everyone. I'm glad to present our group to you, Group GH, and we'll be presenting Chapter 11 and 16, which is Strategic Entrepreneurial Growth and Developing a Sustainable Business Plan, as you've already heard. Our team members today are Sandy, who will be presenting Strategic Planning, Shireen, who will be presenting Sustainable Entrepreneurial Growth, Shabab, that will be presenting Business Models, Sean, who will be presenting Why a Business Plan, and myself, who will be talking about why, what goes into the business plan and kind of why it's necessary. I hope you enjoy our presentation and keep interested because we have a quiz and a game at the end.
Good morning everyone, I'm Sandy and Stefan, Shereen and I are going to cover the Chapter 11 Strategic Entrepreneurial Growth. And there are 10 objectives in Chapter 11. Now I will going to cover the first 3 objectives. Introduce strategic design, the reason why entrepreneurs do not carry out strategic planning, entrepreneur strategy, development and the benefits of strategic planning.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Shaban. I'll be talking about the entrepreneurs and their thinking style. So the 3 objectives I will talk about, which is the life cycle, which has 5 stages. I will also talk about designing the business model and also the transition from entrepreneurial to a managerial approach. And lastly, I'll talk about the growth. What are the key factors?
Hi class, my name is Shireen Cameron. So I'm going to be discussing the last 3 objectives and also got a really cool video for you guys to check out as well.
Resources. Key to building a sustainable business is to put a value on those resources so they're used in the most efficient manner. There's a growing call for a fundamental rethinking of the way the economy works to meet future challenges. It's now necessary to build a broader platform to measure performance that recognises wider considerations, alongside the more familiar measures of profit, growth and financial success. Making better use of materials, improving energy security and increasing our social and environmental resilience, whilst helping our customers do the same, adds value to the economy and offers us new business opportunities, as well as reducing waste and carbon emissions, which will in turn allow us to live and work sustainably. We also need to recognise that what we do has a wider social benefit, whether providing opportunities for disadvantaged groups, investing in communities, or building skills for the future. This is about managing risk and realising opportunities. We need the right data to spur better financial decision-making and value more than just money. We're not looking at snapshots, but what gives better financial returns as a whole. Many areas of the world are in the early stages of treading the path towards a truly sustainable economic model. As markets mature, stakeholders will start to demand and expect sustainable ways of doing things. Collective knowledge and strength will move the agenda forward, benefiting people, the environment and the bottom line.
So my name's Sean and I'm going to be talking to you about why you need a business plan and the benefits and values that it will give you.
Hi everyone, my name's Harris and I'll be taking you through what actually goes in the business plan today, and I'll kind of introduce of why it's important, and I'm going to be taking the perspective of the business plan in the entrepreneurial eyes and assume that you all would like to know how to do it as an entrepreneur, because this is an entrepreneurship
We're going to start the
class.
game now.
But first,
So the instructions are on the back of the pamphlet, but basically what will happen is you all start with 25 points, and you bet those points to be given the question. So you get this, you bid for those points, and that gives your team the right to answer them. You answer it right, you get those points. You can't answer it, or you answer wrong, you lose those points. If no one bids, the starting bid will be 5 points and it will go to in consecutive. So if no one bids on this one, this group here, will have it for 5 points, and they have to answer it. Okay. The winner by the winner by 8 points. Is
time to do business planning for a venture.
Yeah.
In your view as the participants, have you become, how convinced are you of the value of formal planning?
To be honest, I know I am 100%. Like, the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages, and so, and it also offers you sort of, a sort of set guide of how you, you can obviously change it as you go, but it sort of gives you, if you get to a point where you don't know where you're going, you can refer back to your original business plan. So yeah, I would, if I was starting a business, I would definitely do a business plan.
And building on the slides, yeah, you had a good, clear, consistent design through the slides. I was going to make the same point. When you do your rehearsals, you need to make sure that someone at the back of the room can hear you. So you need to project loud and strongly, and be ready to project more loudly, because today we've got lawnmowers, which we've had the last few weeks, but we also had some bashing and banging. So it's better to be loud than too loud, rather than too quiet. Yep.
I really liked how everyone knew what they were talking about, but I noticed that is it Sean? You didn't have anything to read off of. You it looked like you knew everything off by heart. Am I right?
Yeah, well, I did have it, but I started using it.
Oh, yeah. Well, majority of the time you were looking at the class, which was really good. Yeah, I just noticed that above everything else.
I really liked how you answered my question because it was a good, clear answer, and I really like that you added some personalized content to it, so you could tell from your personal experience and how it actually does not affect you, which I thought is really good and reasonable as well.
Yeah, I too agree that the question handling was done very well, and good to make linkage to your own personal experience within both the group's work and Sean's work experience with his family business. So that was good to bring in there. And I compliment you on that on the slides in the presentation, because there was a kind of consistency and integrated design to it, and then when we hear about the difficulties and challenges you had getting it together, choosing which PowerPoint presentation it was, you've done a good job getting that integration together.